Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bazile. Welcome to WildStar Wednesday for October 8th, 2014. That's right. It's still 2014. I have no idea what that was about, but hey, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, so there's nothing really planned for this episode, so it's going to be kind of a rambler. I apologize. Why is there nothing planned for this episode? Well, there's nothing really to talk about, to be quite honest here. Now, I do think that as kind of a side note that could turn into a rambling tangent, the community definitely needs to, I think, really embrace that this month is going to be bad. Okay. Before we go any further, let me just say that I like the game. I love Carbine. They're doing a great job. I'm frustrated, yes, like everybody else. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now, this month is going to be bad because, honestly, right now, the game kind of feels like a ghost town. And that's pretty much normal for a game that has been out for a long, almost 5 months now, I think, if my memory serves right. Math is hard, apparently. And Content 2 dropped, or Drop 2 came out, and we haven't really gotten anything new. And that's because, well, the community was like, no more bugs, and Carbine took that to almost the extreme. I think they went too far, and they said, we're not going to release anything else until it's completely bug-free, and that just can't happen. And it's something that I think has hurt them in the long run in terms of keeping people engaged in the game. My guild recently rage quit. I was on Purgo Impact, and we were having huge roster boss problems, like a lot of guilds. And at first I was really upset, and then I listened to Strange Tales from Outer Space, which is another WildStar podcast, and they even had someone that was from Enigma, which is the best guild in the world for WildStar right now. They've gotten world first on almost everything. And they've even had roster boss problems, and that definitely says a lot. And, it's something that is normal in this state of the game right now. We're slowly trying to climb out of that hill. And a lot of people have said, well, I don't think we'll ever make it out of the hill. And at some point, I do agree with that, because we do have to get to the hill and go over. We can't just get to the hill and stop and hope our momentum carries us forward, because we don't have any momentum right now, guys. It's anyone who is trying to say, oh, the game's fine, is wrong. They're wrong. The game is not in a good place, and Carbine knows it. The community knows it. So, there's no point in saying that's a sheep when it's clearly a fox. So I think that as a community, we need to stay strong. And believe me, it's been really, really tough to be like, yeah, everything's okay. And I've gotten to the point where I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to sugarcoat things. I just want to tell it like it is and be done with it. Because in all honesty, I was actually talking with Doc from Strange Tales, and he mentioned to me that because I am a content creator involved in the community, I can get burnt out a lot faster because I'm actively creating content and trying to keep the game positive and that kind of thing. And that's definitely very, very difficult. I think that it has changed a lot of people in terms of what their normal personality is. I know that there have been a few people that normally, I don't want to say normally get upset easily, but there have been a few people that are close to me that I've known for years and years that are, kind of getting to that point of, well, I don't want to play the game anymore. It's starting to really upset me. So it's definitely changed the morale of people, I think, to the point where everyone's a little on edge. Everyone's a little testy. I love that word, testy. It's just a fun word to say. Kind of like Francisco from... Never mind. And, I think that... I said this was going to be a rambling episode, so you asked for it. I think that morale is definitely something that has been hurt. But I'm still optimistic. I do know that the game can get out of this. I have seen it before. I have seen it in World of Warcraft. I have seen it in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I have seen it in Rift. I have seen it in Lord of the Rings Online. The list goes on. Now there are games that never really got off the ground, and Age of Conan is one that comes in mind. I really can't think of any other games that have really kind of flopped in terms of an MMO. Most of them have done pretty well for themselves. Warhammer was doing really well, and then unfortunately things happened, and that game had to be shut down, which was really depressing because that was an awesome game. But anyway, side tangent. I think that in terms of our role as the community right now, I think we do need to keep ourselves at that point where we know that the game is in trouble, but we still support and show our support to WildStar, the community, and Carbine itself. Don't go on Twitter and Reddit and say, well, this person is responsible for this, or I hate you, or you're a dumbass, or whatever. Don't say that stuff, because the devs and the community, quite frankly, is already under a ton of stress and a ton of just, I'm sure, and I would not want to be at Carbine right now. The amount of stress and pressure that they're probably under to perform in the bedroom, so to speak, is probably extremely high, and that's not where we want our developers to be. We want them to enjoy making the game. And they've done a really good job at keeping smiles on their faces, even when they're in the Nexus report. They've done a good job of just smiling and saying, yeah, everything's okay, we're doing a good job, we're getting things fixed. And they are doing a good job now at telling us what's going on. So that part I want to applaud Carbine for, and just kind of give them a shout out and say, you know what, you guys are doing a good job still. Keep with it, keep trucking along. The community is here for you. But I do think that this is going to be the last kind of, I guess, hump that we're going to have to get over, because Warlords of Draenor is pretty much looming over everyone's mind and over everyone's head. And yeah, sure, there's going to be a lot of people that, leave to go play Warlords and then come back. That's very normal for a World of Warcraft expansion. The hype goes, oh, everyone gets it, and then they're like, oh, it's the same crap over and over again. Never mind, we'll go back. And I have tried to go back to other tab target MMOs, and dear sweet mother, it's impossible. Mainly because it feels extremely clunky now, and it's really, really slow. Everyone's like, well, no, it gets really good at the high levels. Okay, well, I've played the higher levels. I have high-level characters on all these other MMOs, and it's boring. I don't like standing there and just going, okay, so you're going to stand here, I'm going to stand here, and we're each going to press our button rotations, and maybe we'll kill each other, whoever gets, higher crits or whatever. And, raid bosses and raid mechanics are pretty much the same thing. And I think that the level of complexity that WildStar offers is something that will keep me going. At least for a while. It's starting to get to that point of, I might not want to put more effort into this until things change. And I really like to see everything that they're promising in Drop 3. They're promising like all these system overhauls, crafting, runes, PvP, all this stuff. And if that is not implemented in Drop 3, I really think that the game will not last very long. Much longer. I don't think everyone is going to want to wait till January to be honest with you, and to be frank, I don't want to either. This is I have said before, this is kind of my last. Okay, I'm going to support you until Drop 3 comes out. Now that doesn't mean that if Drop 3 comes out the day of and be like, well, this game's terrible, it's not gonna. No, I'm gonna give it probably at least till December. And just see what they offer. If they can live up to what they're promising and saying, then yes, the game is going to go places. The holidays not being implemented is something that is huge. I really think that really kind of was the final blow to morale, that the community was just really hoping for that holiday event, and I think that was a huge mistake for them to not release it. I really don't care if it was buggy, to be quite honest with you. I would have rather seen a buggy holiday event than just literally have a dry spell, because it's really, really bad right now. And I log on and just go, I really don't want to do this, and I don't want to do anything. And this is pretty much the kind of mindset for everybody. I know everyone that plays WildStar on a regular basis is playing other games right now until Drop 3. I know that for a fact. You can just ask on Twitter. Most people are just going, well, I'm playing, World of Warcraft, or I'm playing Shadows of Mordor, or Gauntlet, or all these other games, Sims 4 even, and all these other games that are coming out. And until Drop, some people are even playing Destiny, which is odd, but that's fine. I mean, morale is at an all-time low, and I think that we all need to kind of rally around each other and just kind of make sure and give everyone kind of a pat on the back every once in a while when they need it. I know I certainly have needed it over the last few days. It's been kind of a demoralizing and kind of depressing last few days in the game. But you know what? That's okay. Every game has its ups and downs, and I think WildStar will be up and will do a good job at coming back. But I very, very much fear for when Warlords of Draenor does drop, and how much that will affect the entire game of WildStar. And anyone who tells you otherwise is very foolish. The game will be affected by that. You can bet your sorry aunt that will happen. So Drop 3 needs to happen before Warlords and not after. If it is after, that is just not it's not gonna go well. It's just not. Mega servers are rumored to release hopefully in mid-month, which could possibly be the last kind of stim morale boost that we need to get us to Drop 3. I don't know. I personally don't think that mega servers are going to do much, because everyone's already on, the servers that are populated. Pergo has pretty much the highest population for PvP. Widow is the next one, because it has a lot of the Oceanic PV peers and PvP/RPers on that one. And then Stormtown is pretty much the go-to PvE server. So really, mega servers, I think, are going to increase population as a whole, because everyone's going to be forced onto 2 servers. But I don't think that is going to solve any problems at all, because people just don't want to log on. Because honestly, there's really nothing to do at endgame right now. Raiding does happen, but if the roster boss is something that you're not being able to beat, then it's just beating your head against the wall week after week and going, okay, who logged on? Ah, damn. And then logging off and going to play something else. And a lot of guilds are experiencing that, and that makes me really sad. So I think that over the next couple weeks, these shows are going to be focused on just getting in other community members in and just talking to them, just seeing how their lives are going and what they're doing. And I don't want to focus too much on the game, because there's not going to be a lot of news. At least I don't think there's going to be. If mega servers drop, cool, we'll talk about it and that. But all these big changes that they've said are going to happen in Drop 3. So they're kind of making it the last, nail in the coffin, if you were, if you believe the naysayers, or they're kind of making it the restart, or, the game is being rebooted, or however you want to call it. I don't know. But I want to end this week's episode and just saying that stay strong, and don't give up. I know it's been a kind of depressing last month, but it happens. No one is perfect. Carbine has definitely learned a lot of lessons, so I think that we will all benefit from it. And that's it. That's all, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon wonderful afternoon, morning, or evening, and I'll see you guys in Nexus. Stay strong, everybody, and cut.